Okay, one of the main questions that you're going to get is going to involve, are you a student or do you have a job? So here are some sample answers in case you are a student and you need to answer these types of questions. Please pay attention to some of the phrases that I'm using, the grammar, the fluency language, the vocabulary. So let's go ahead and move forward and get into this. So, part one, work or study question. So they're going to ask you a question like you see here. Do you work or study? And a typical answer would be something like this. I used to be employed as an archaeologist, but now I'm a full-time student in the field of ancient philosophy. I've been studying this subject for the past year and plan to complete my doctorate by 2021. If you notice here, you see the language in purple used to is really good fluency language. We're using synonyms, employed for work, full-time student for study, field of, dealing with study. Here we're using one of the perfect tenses, I've been. Here we're using a different word form. Instead of studying, I'm using studying, showing that I can change the word form. And the word doctorate is related also to studying. Next question. What do you like most about this subject? The thing is, I never thought I'd enjoy philosophical studies, but now I've been enamored with the continuing validity of ancient concepts in our modern technological world. What I mean by that is the idea of utilitarianism was applicable 200 years ago and is still debated today on its solving the ills of modern society. The thing is of course, that's fluency language. Again, we're not going to use these words in the question. Enjoy instead of saying like, enamored with instead of saying like. More fluency language, what I mean by that is utilitarianism is related to the topic of philosophy. We're using a compound sentence here and a compound sentence in the first part, right? That's how you can really create and hit all those different levels within the rubric. And our final question, is your subject popular to study in your country? Although philosophy has become favored in Western countries, it has not taken hold in modern China to a high degree as in the past. Unfortunately, materialism attracts most Chinese citizens. Therefore, they seek a doctorate based upon the wealth it can garner instead of the wisdom and knowledge imparted by Lao Tzu, Mozi, or Confucius. Here we're starting out with a complex sentence that shows I can do say a complex sentence properly. We're using a lot of really good phrases like to a high degree, taken hold. Unfortunately, it really helps us to really extend the previous sentence. That helps with your fluency. Other really good vocabulary based upon is a really good collocation. Garner, which is money, which means like earning. Another good vocabulary word there. Another good phrase, imparted by. Those are the kind of phrases that you want to be able to use, the type of language you want to be able to use to really, really increase your score. Okay? Thank you very much for joining us in this video on how to give answers to the to being a student question. Thanks a lot. In the next video, we're going to move on and look at some typical answers for if you're working or if you have a job.